Y'all make sure y'all get your fruit. Fruit most definitely is where it's at. Excuse me for talking with my mouth full.
Long time, a long time.
What's that?
Chilling, enjoying your own time.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
for
I'm
sure.
doing.
Right now. Well, well, well. What's good, family? What's good, haters? What's good, ops? What's good with the real ones? What's good with the fake ones? What's happening? Hope all is well out there. I come to shake something real quick. Like, people ain't even seen this side of me besides those who've seen it, but really don't matter. Everybody has a side that people haven't seen. You know what I mean? A lot of times we like to be cautious about how we are. We know ourselves a little bit, a lot more than what people think. Because, like, thing about people, whether it's your family, friends, job, business, whatever, that people figure the little bit that you show them, they know you. Whether it's your name, your date of birth, or you in a relationship, et cetera, et cetera. It's mind blowing that people feel that because they've been on a journey with you for whatever years, that they figured you out. You can't be figured out. The reason being because there's always going to be some type of change. Rather you acknowledge it or rather the change changes you without you even actually paying attention to it or knowing much about it. But anyway, it's the ultimate price, y'all. It's the ultimate price in everything you can think about. I'm going to name a few things to get to the point for clarity and understanding. What we're talking about today is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We're talking about something that's way beyond what you've learned that you're going to ever learn. Um, Type of information just don't come from any and everybody. It's only certain people that the Most High chooses besides yourself. You know, not too long ago, woke up, whatever, and I just waited till like 6 o'clock so I can make sure that I get on here and show my support. You know, besides you guys support me, most definitely I'm supporting you as well. That's something that somebody needs to hear today. I don't know people's situation, but what I do know is there's an ultimate price. Whether it's a relationship, whether if you should leave a situation, whether you should go and leave everybody else where they at. Do you understand that last part, leave people where they at? Do you understand if you leave people where they at, you're going to be a lot more free? I'm talking about the real free. I ain't talking about the free where you like, hey, come down here and get some hot dogs or come get this house. It's for free. It's not free. Do you understand what freedom is and free is? Let's talk about it then. Let's see if we all can understand today. You know, freedom is something along with free is no worries. No matter if you turn left, right, you do a backflip, a forward roll, whatever, it's in a reality that you don't owe any nothing, and any nothing don't have to even come and confront you and say, hey, we need that from you. Some of the things that you guys will hear today is parables. You have to really take your time to dissect what's being sold, what's sold and told. Man. All right, so I'm gonna give you a couple more. I'm gonna give you some personal stuff. All right, I've been a person who always been consistent and driven to show who I am. I've never tried to impress other people and stuff like that. I just always wanted to be who I am. I never want to be anybody outside of me. And because of that, it's the ultimate price. You meaning that if you decide to be someone else, copycat is in the back, then you got to be able to be consistent with it because people are paying attention. And you know how stressful it is to actually pretend that you're something or someone that you never would be, besides you could be who you are. It won't be so much pressure, but see what happens is when that pressure happens, when that pressure happens to the point where now that those people who are pretending or trying to be like somebody else get angry with the person. Now here's the catcher, right? The ultimate price is that that's a lot more trouble than what they already try to create. Let's just say they stole somebody's destiny. Let's just say they stole somebody's identity, whether it's physical, image, or fans, followers, so forth, so on. What end up happening is that now there's an internal problem that people end up having. You see what I'm saying? It's internal. So with them having an internal problem, they're fighting themselves, and so they get angry with you, but you don't know that they're copying you, marking you, talking bad about you. Don't y'all hate when somebody talk about you, you find out later, or that you not, or you hate that you wasn't present? Wouldn't it be so nice to be present when people are talking about you so you can give them the ultimate price, how you truly feel, what would really been said? Don't you hate when somebody actually, you have a conversation with somebody and the conversation never went the way that you actually spoke about it, but they take that conversation, go tell somebody or many other people, and it's a whole different story. It's the ultimate price to be real. You get hated on. You get mistreated, abused, and all that other, neglected, and all that other extra stuff. Pardon me 1 second. No, I don't have one. No. I hate when people see that I'm doing my stream, I'm on the phone, doing what I do, and they're just disrespectful. But anyway, I don't know why he would ask me that. But anyway, look like he's intoxicated. See what I'm saying? It's a price. It's a price to pay. Intoxication, you overdrink, the chances of you catching HIV, STDs of some sort, you harming yourself or other people. What else? You saying something that you didn't mean to say that you was trying to keep a secret. It's not funny though. You know why it's not funny? Because somebody got to get hurt. Whether it's a physical or a verbal altercation, somebody has to get hurt. Someone has to feel that wrath at that particular time and be surprised. They may even be intoxicated at the time, or they could be sober. It doesn't even matter. The effect is crucial. Then on top of that, what's crazy, ladies and gentlemen, is that people be trying to figure out karma. Karma work in so many ways. It's not no small thing when we're talking about karma. So it's an ultimate price. Either you can do good things to get good karma, or you can do bad things and get the ultimate price, or either choice. It's like a grocery store. You go in and you shop for free. But is it really free? It's free to pick it up. But when you get to the cashier, there's a price to pay. You ever notice that sometimes when you go in to buy a few things, you end up getting more than what you expected, or you only brought so much money to actually pay for whatever you pay for, and then when you get there to the cashier, you can't actually pay for all of it, or you overspend. See the ultimate price? Now, most people may feel like there's nothing I'm talking about. These things are very important. These are not no small things that I'm talking about. These things are very important because these are habits. These are addictions. These things are not normal, especially for those who are followers of the Most High. Excuse me, followers of the Most High, people who are even spiritual that talks about the universe, so forth, so on. Or they talk about positive energy, positive thinking. Same thing. We're not going to count the negative thinkers out because they're part of the equation too. Without them, there wouldn't be no equation of positive. As you can see, it'll be ultimate price. You know, the ultimate price popped up in my head because as they progress on a day-to-day basis, it's very, 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 beyond very important for not only myself, but also you to understand where you at in your life, what it is that you want, what it is that you desire, and what is it going to take for you to get it. What is it that you're going to have to leave behind, who, when, what, and how. And so many people, for example, that you care so dearly about, you have to leave them behind. Let's say, Ola Bade, why? It's the ultimate price to become wealthy or have just a little bit more. While the persons that you grew up with or you met or meet at some point in your life do nothing with theirs and feel that you don't deserve it. Some of these people are going to be very vocal behind the scenes for sure. But to you, there's going to have to be a certain trigger for them to actually vocalize how they truly feel. But the way that you can identify these type of individuals is based on how you communicate, based on what they got going on in their life, and based on how they respond to things that you tell them about your celebrations. You know, one of the things that I was blind to, I saw plenty way before now, people that didn't have much. I don't judge people about what they have and don't have, and I never treated them any different. But what I realized, it was the ultimate price for me to pay, treating people who never deserved to be treated the way that it was treated, based on whether it was looks, based on character, based on their style, based on their fit in looking self, face. And then what that mean is they put on this face to fit in. Like, yeah, yeah, you know, we cool, yeah, yeah, you my boy. Oh, you baby, you know I love you. Yeah, I know women and men out there, I know y'all done had them type of relationships or even observe people being in type of relationship talking about, baby, I love you. Happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Well, if that's the case, TC, then that's every day. There's nothing happy about mental health issues that many people have. I had to fix some of mine. Yeah, yeah, I said me. I'm not one of those people who will deny something that is understood that ancestors, for example, went through a lot. So with that blood flowing through my veins, I understand that there were some things that need to be worked on. And that's one of the missing puzzles of the ultimate price of many people suffer from. And they don't like for you to tell them nothing. So what you gotta do, you gotta move out the way, oh, move out the way. You understand? Know what I'm talking about? Gotta move out the way. See what else y'all talking about in this chat. Lord bless it. I want to try Jay-Z. What? Oh yeah, you just being a clown right now. Okay. I'm doing good. Welcome to the stream, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Today we're talking about the ultimate price. It's the ultimate price for choices that you don't make. And I'm just giving a little bit of examples, and I understand that not only the examples that I give, I mean, I'm not exempt from anything because I'm sitting here. People have a conclusion for those who do think that people who are presenting something is exempt because it may look like he or she has overcome something. Maybe they have. But guess what you got to continuously do? You got to keep overcoming whatever you overcame, avoided, etc. There's new devils, new lessons, new blessings. Oh yeah, want to let y'all know it's the ultimate price to hang around and deal with blessing blockers. Yeah, that's simple. Y'all know what a blessing blocker is. Even yourself can be a blessing blocker. You know that word, self-sabotaging? Don't self-sabotage. You do that, and you'll be like scratching your head like, dang, how did I get here? You got here, first of all, self. Wherever we at in our life, listen now, personally, I'm not going to complain. I've had a lot way better than where I'm at. But I will say this. It's not that bad. But when you come from just like having it all, per se, having it all, what is it like having it all? Having it all. In your world, you ain't comparing your world with nobody else's world. You're not competing, none of that. You just understand that you can do better. And sometimes when you fall, it's an ultimate price not to get up. It's an ultimate price to get up. So decide which one you want to do. And despite whoever decide to support you or not, you, Y-O-U, exclamation mark, have to be determined to move forward no matter what. Because the reality is this. If you decide not to move forward, life is going to push you around anyway. So is you going to go with the flow, the current, the current like water, the waves, how it be just knocking. That's what life is. You got to be able to, when it swing to the left, you got to swing to the left, not try to go to the right. Because if it's swinging to the left and you going to the right, eventually you're still going to the left anyway. With the pressure that comes with it. So it's the ultimate price if you don't. Look at Rough Bud. We got the trolls in here tonight, a.k.a. afternoon, evening, morning time, depending on where y'all at. Say, when did you get released? Well, I got released about 2 weeks ago. How about yourself? Hey, you from the hood. Oh, boy, y'all got some crazy questions, yo. I'm a little half hood, but what they got to do anything is crazy. Like me being from the hood, if I'm from the suburbs, you know I don't look like no nigga from the suburbs. So I ain't even gonna sit here and cap and talk about, oh yeah, the white picket fence and all of that. You know what I'm saying? My family, this and that. My relatives, to be honest with you, they got a little bit of bread, but they not no multi-millionaire mindsetting people. To kind of give you an insight with because you brought up the hood, what I understood about relatives, and some of you guys can probably relate to it, is that your relatives, let me not say your relatives, it shouldn't be offended because I'm talking about mine too. But we're gonna put the spotlight on me for a second, this beacon. Okay, so the reality is this. I realized like my mother and father, whatever they had going on, they didn't have much going on, right? And I realized you had two individuals that from coming from their bloodlines was abandonment issues and a lack of direction and stagnant, delayed obstacles. Rather, they had people doing witchcraft against. So who knows? I would say this: when my mother was living, she spoke about witchcraft a lot. She used to say voodoo all the time. And as a child, I always wanted to know. Trust me, I'm a venturous person. I got to find out a lot more than what I expected. I would tell people if they were interested, I always find out what people tell you to be scared of. So you know if you're scared or not, since you from the hood and since you tough like that, you feel me? Because people do have a persona to say they're real tough, but how tough are you? There is some toughness in each individual on the planet. Doesn't matter what your race is, but how tough are you? How much can you take? How much can you endure? How much can you overcome? How much you analytically figure things out and stay afloat? It's not many. I'm not here to count on my finger how many it is, but that's a factual fact. So I realized they didn't understand how to manage money. I understood they didn't know how to overcome, you know, abandonment issues, trauma, childhood wounds, trauma bonding, codependency, taking their intelligence to another level, isolation. A lot of people have to be having somebody around them, but that person you got around you ain't even uplifting you or pushing you forward. You're not doing nothing but wasting time. Champagne celebrating the what? I'm not mad at you, but what are we champagning, turning up, drinking, smoking? What are we celebrating? To still be stuck? I'm gonna need you guys who's smoking that weed and turning up them bottles. The next time I see you, you need to be telling me a story that you done stop being stagnant, male or female, and you turn it up for a reason. Not turn it up like, oh yeah, I live to see another day. And no, I didn't. Yeah, all right. Because I'm going to need you not around me. And I'm only saying that because I want you to get it all. I want you to get some of it. I don't want you to get a poquito, which means small. I want you to really get it. I want you to match the words and the actions together. You know how many people sit here and talk, which is the ultimate price about, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I got this and I got that, but it actually never matches up what they're talking about. Now, I remind you this, don't rush to try to impress other people. This is when you fumble. Take your time. This is a marathon. This is most definitely not a race. Have you ever seen so many people who felt like or think that it's a race, but they haven't completed anything? Or as they have traveled or they have accomplished things as a race, and there's people who are in a marathon has passed them because they understand this is infinite. Even when you leave this lifetime, we do not die. So I'm gonna need all the scary people in the back who's scared to speak up or who ready to speak up, start popping your shit. Because you got a lot of beings, meaning humans, that look just like you. The only difference is skin complexion, height and size and weight. But when you look at skin, skin is still skin, complexion is still complexion, weight is still weight, and height is still height. They need to know who you are. They need to know where you stand. Because these people ain't got no power like you think they got. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Like a few years ago, before all the stuff that I didn't realize that happened, oh man, vengeance is a motherfucker. I'm here to pay my respects. And I dare, for those who feel that they can stop something, more than welcome to show me. It's very important also to understand that it's the ultimate price. If you're around the wrong type of people, person, you're not spiritually protected by the Most High. Now, a lot of people don't like the chosen until they find out, like, scratching their head, like, person never gave me the reason not to never like them. They showed me something that I never gotten from people that I've been knowing all my life, whether it's friends, family, co-workers, associates, community, neighborhood, etc., etc. I was gonna say party animals, but I mean people are party animals, but people they go party with, to simplify it. But yeah, the message is the ultimate price. If you mistreat somebody who doesn't deserve to be mistreated, you're gonna pay. I promise you. Now some people have the mindset saying, "Well, I ain't paid yet, and I ain't gonna pay." Everything around you will pay. You never paid attention that if you looked at the last 10 years that you're still in the same place, or if you accomplished more of less. I mean, it comes in so many forms. What I'm saying to say is don't be like the other people who think they can outsmart the universe, outsmart nature. Nature and the universe knows you better than you know yourself. Way smarter, very intelligent. Where do you think we get our intelligence from? How would you look or sound disrespecting the ultimate price of the intelligence that gives you your well-being on a day-to-day basis? Stop repeating yourself. Why y'all think I'm a gangster? I'm a spiritual gangster, but thank you for the compliment. You right. I done pulled my guns out on several. Some of the top tier people that really not top tier. Actuality, they're really, 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 really beyond really not top tier. They are not who they say they are. I was analyzing this price. If you look at all the people that many people pay attention to, right? As television, movies, artists, what you're paying attention to is people who have those issues that I talked about. They get neglected, they get rejected, they have abandoned issues. So that's who you looking up to? Is that why people are connected to them? Heartbreaks, unhealed. I mean, the list go on and on and on. It's a price. So they have to use clothes and the rental cars and all that stuff and the Airbnb houses that they rent out. They claim that there's. I need to stop being paid. Shouts out to those who got real houses though. But yeah, someone got Airbnb multi-millionaire houses. Some are renting. Here's the question though. When are they gonna come to your town, your community, and help you? That's the question. When? I know some haven't probably even thought about that question. Here's another one. Do you think they can come help you? Here's another one. Do you think if they could help you, would they come help you? Now, most or sarcastic persons say, well, they're not obligated. Of course, we're not in the category of speaking about if they're obligated or not. The reason why they'll never help you is because Satan, aka the devil, don't believe in helping nobody unless you're willing to, sell your soul. You're willing to do some dangerous things that put your life in jeopardy as well as others. Are you willing to cut the throat of somebody that is dear to you or even that you do not know. Spiritual warfare is real. Even when people troll, that spiritual warfare is real. It's present. It's a form of harm. It's an ultimate price. It's a joke for them, but as again I said, with the universal laws or the universe, or AKA the Most High, or the spiritual protection that people have, don't look at it as a joke because they understand the demeanor of each individual. Fortunately, I had to use that as example, but one thing that humans can't do is lie to the Most High, the universe, nature, spirits, ancestors, archangels. They know the truth. And they know us better than we know ourselves. So it's an ultimate price to not betray people. But you know what people gonna do? They're gonna do it anyway. Why? Because they have countless times that they've been able to do it and seem to not get a wrath of what's to come. But in all reality, it's coming. You know, I feel bad for those type of people because they can't change if they wanted to. You can say, I'll pay you $1 billion if you change your whole character and personality and become a better person. They'll struggle because they still want to be around and do the same mess, and they easily influenced by demons and entities and other people or something that they see. Now, when you ask me what I'm doing for a living, I'm living. That's what I'm doing for a living. What are you doing for a living? Where you belong from. Can you write the sentence correctly? Where you belong from. I don't understand that. It's not insulting you as well. So you really believe. He said, so were you in prison or what? How long was you there? No, I ain't been in no prison, man. Crazy. So let me ask you something. Somebody tell me who is Jesus? I want to see how much type of relationship. But see, this is a price, ultimate price to pay as well. People talk about Jesus a lot. Tell me what you know. I want to know the person. I don't know if they still in here or not, but tell me about Jesus. And tell me about the alphabet as well. First of all, let's start with this. When was the alphabet created? Go do your Google. Do your AI research. Whatever you gotta do. We want you to be able to learn something today. Even though I asked the question, it may not be answered, but anybody else is welcome to answer the question, even though they didn't state anything about Jesus. When was the alphabet created? Also, when was the letter J created as well? If y'all gonna roast, you gotta make it make sense. The roast do not make any sense. Like, I can roast, joke, whatever you want to call it, but yeah, this is not the rap session where people are, spitting bars and talking about a bunch of nothing. They can't even save a life. They can't even say their own. They can't even influence you to go in a direction that actually is beneficial. It's a price to pay, ultimate price to pay for people who not gonna listen. We're gonna get back on that. No more reading the comments. If y'all not gonna ask anything serious questions, it's very important not to distract other people who are actually here to pay attention. You're not making any sense. You can't distract me, but I will call you out. You got to make it make sense. And then on top of that, I appreciate the likes, and man, I appreciate some more. They all free. And then some of you guys probably not following me because I can tell just based on some of the stuff that you say. But you know, it is what it is. Free will. Was good, William. Was good with it. I don't know how to say your name, but I see you say hi, hi, scene, Sean. All is well. What's that, Jimothy? All is well. How was your day? What you got going on? I'm not laughing at you. It's just some of the stuff that I read in the chat already. I don't know how many people in here, but it's been a few. Some of the stuff I read in the chat is crazy. I just want to look. If they just give me an area where I can just take people and connect their brain, I will fix it. I promise you. Lord have mercy, man. The brain. I want to say something. It's the ultimate price. This is what people don't understand, right? A lot of people speak about words, right? And words are spells. I see a lot of females. I'm not saying there's no male doing this, saying the word Lord, okay? And for those who don't know what that word means, that means Lord. The definition of Lord is what? What is the definition of Lord? It means man. It doesn't mean it's God. I want people to stop speaking a blasphemy over their life by saying, Lord, thank you. You're telling a man, thank you. Man back in the day called themselves lords. And even if you go look at the culture of Japan or China, there was many lords. There were people that dominated others. It's very important not to be casting spells over your life. You gotta remember, these people sit down and they make up words and they put some alphabets together and then they come up with a definition for it. Then they program you, me, or whoever choose to do it to put a spell over ourselves. And then we become conditioned to it and programmed. Now it's the ultimate price to get it off of us or to accept the truth or acknowledge it. So why you think it's a hard time for people to accept that Jesus doesn't exist? And I'm saying it respectfully. Yahshua exists, but Jesus don't exist. How Jesus can exist before Yahshua? When Yahshua is the original origin, meaning the original name. Notice another thing is that black communities, this is the ultimate price. This is the only reason I'm bringing it up. I'm not picking at people's belief system, religion, nothing. I take it all serious with respect. But I'm trying to understand why people believe in something they don't go do any homework about to know if it's the right thing to believe. Thank you for the like, and then thank you for taking the like away. It's okay. There's going to be some things that's going to trigger people, but when you do your homework, you can understand. Understanding comes with knowing factual facts and actually doing the homework. Then not me after you prove that what I'm saying is not accurate. But let me say this. Why is it that there's white groups? Shouts out to my white people. They don't even have a Jesus in their church as far as images or even on the outside of the church. I can walk right now down the street and show you a white church. It's probably denomination. I did see a young lady, a black female in there. I'm not saying they don't like blacks. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, like, why is it black people just slow? It's like, how dare you say that about us? No, literally. For those who fit the category, why are you just slow? The white people know the truth, though. It's the ultimate prize. This is why you think black people are suffering, because they don't want to accept truth. They'd rather be delusional. Now, if I said it the way that Dr. King and Michael X said, would I still got the same love? The answer is no. Matter of fact, it'll cost my life. You had two great men, including Mark Some people don't even know who the hell any of those three are. Sacrifice their life by being genuine, kind, loving, saying things. Except for Michael X. Michael X said things that people didn't like. And there was things that Dr. King said too that people didn't like, but it's the way they said it. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. People refuse to listen. So it's the ultimate price. Will I sacrifice my life for a bunch of people who really don't care? No, we will not do it.